over Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So, what a fucking day it was today. For starters, I was up all night last night. The fear hit me. The fear of not finding anywhere to fucking live real quick. So, I stayed up all night and sent out requests to probably 50 or 60 different houses. Then at like fucking 3:30 a.m., I'm like, Jesus Christ, I need a car tomorrow, so I better book a car. So I fucking hired a car at 3:30 a.m. to pick up at fucking noon. And then I passed out for a few hours, woke up and had maybe 25 messages from different real estates all coming at me at once. Come here. Can you come see the place? Where are you? Tell me a bit about yourself. I was cooked because I had no sleep, and so I'm trying to keep track of all this shit. Some of them are coming in from fucking emails, some are coming text message, some people are calling, and this isn't my forte, by the way. I usually avoid all this shit, but the panic had set in, and I just had to do it. So I organized a bunch of fucking viewings today, and Boston put on a fucking show this morning. So I caught the train. I went down to catch a train. What station was it? Sullivan Station or some shit like that on the Orange Line. So I'm coming down the escalator and there's a guy, a black guy, right down the bottom. And I'm like, this guy's looking pretty sketchy. And I come off the escalator and he's just like eyeballing me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And it wasn't like a threatening eyeball. it was almost like panic. It was like a confused panic. And I'm like, that's not like a robbing eyeball. That's not like I want to fight you eyeball. What the fuck is it? So I'm trying to analyze it. And then I look down because he's heading, well, he was trying to head up an escalator that I was coming down. And it was all very confusing. But then I looked down at his legs and I shit you not, from about an inch below his fucking kneecap and about an inch above his ankle, he had lacerated to the bone, and it actually looked like a compound fracture because I could see the actual shin bone. He had lacerated. It was fully fucking open. It was fucking horrific. He had lacerated his entire fucking shin open. A bit of like his tibia fucking muscle, and then just straight across and down the shin bone. So I'm looking at it and he's limping and he's like, where's the escalator? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, I need help. I need help. I need to get my leg fixed. And I'm like, no shit. And then this other white dude who was on the fucking concourse with me, he was like, the escalator's on the other side. Don't try and go up there, because the guy was trying to limp up. He's like, my leg's fucked. He's like, yeah, don't go up there. Go around the corner. And I'm trying to process it. I'm like, what the fuck? And I looked back again. I looked at his leg. I'm like, I have no goddamn idea how that happened. Was it like a machete to the leg or something? I don't fucking know. It was insane. It was the most gruesome injury I've seen live. It looked like his shin bone was actually broken as well. It was fucking cooked. So he ended up hobbling off. I don't even know how he was hobbling. And and I asked the fucking whitey next to me, a Boston guy, I'm like, do you know what the fuck happened there? He's like, I've got no idea. This station is fucking cooked. And I'm like, yeah, it does seem cooked. So I fucking went and stood by myself, waited for the train. And then the next thing I know, some fucking other cooked cunt comes down in like a leather jacket, a hoodie, like an old white dude with long hair playing a harmonica. And so he's walking up and down the fucking platform playing harmonica, just eyeballing everyone, saying weird shit. And I'm like, all right, I know how to deal with you. You're of no concern. So all you do with someone like that is you eyeball them back and smile. He wasn't even trying to threaten. He was trying to like cast a spell. So he's not a problem. So that was like the first hour of the day. So I get down to fucking budget car rentals and there's a fucking huge line and I'm meant to be fucking seeing a place at 1 o'clock and everything's fucking going crazy. I finally get to the front of the line. I'm all the way through the process of fucking hiring this car. And then she's like, put your card in the machine. And it wasn't working. She's like, is this a travel card? I'm like, yes. She's like, you can't use debit cards. I'm like, I already paid for half of it online. She's like, well, you can't use it. You can't finish the transaction. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I meant to do? She's like, you're going to have to get someone else here that has a driver's license and a credit card to hire a car for you, and then you can be an additional driver. And I'm like, Jesus goddamn fucking Christ. So I called my wife's cousin. I'm like, listen, dude, this is what's happening. Do you reckon you can come down and hire this car? I don't know what's going to happen with the insurance. The insurance is under my name. So I'm sort of freaking out. And he has been the fucking absolute best. He's been so fucking good, him and his wife. So he's like, yeah, for sure, come down and hire it. So he was on his way. I was sitting in budget going, this is fucked. Trying to change the insurance policy. Couldn't do it. So I went up to another lady at the counter and I'm like, listen, I've got this insurance policy, but I am no longer going to be the primary driver. Do you think it will still cover it if I'm the secondary driver? She's like, why can't you get it? I'm like, because I can't use my debit card. And she's like, well, technically you need a credit card to be a secondary driver as well, but you should be able to use a debit card. I'm like, well, the lady said I couldn't. She's like, no, you should be able to use it. And so she goes through the whole fucking process again. It says, put in your debit card. So I put in my debit card and it just works. It just works. I've asked my wife's cousin to come down and sort it out for me. And he's 1 minute away and I've already hired the car. I have to call him up and say, listen, I know you're sick and I know you're 1 minute away, but I've already got the car. Just turn around, go back. So fucking, I get the car. This really was a long fucking epic day. So I get the car and it's wrong side of the road, left-hand drive or right-hand drive, whatever the fuck it is, the opposite to whatever it is in Australia. And is confusing at the start. It's real fucking confusing. So I'm driving around just cooking it. Absolutely cooking it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Also, I'm on GPS on my phone and it's just where the transmission is and that keeps falling off. And like when you're driving in the opposite side of the car, like your spatial awareness for the like right hand side. So like if you're driving in the right hand side or left hand side, whatever, you get used to the distance of the passenger side of your car. So you have a feel for that. When you go to the opposite side, your like my right eye isn't as trained, so the distances aren't coming as natural, and I fucking slam my side mirror into a car. Luckily, that was fine. This is before I've even looked at a fucking joint. I haven't even gone to an inspection yet. And I went to 6 today. 6 goddamn fucking inspections. But I tell you what, the real estate agents in Boston are the fucking best. I spoke to so many and we had some good chats. I found out a lot about fucking Boston. The first guy was like a Mexican dude. He was sick. Every single place has a fucking problem. This one was old with lead paint. He said, I don't need a certificate, but fucking, I don't know. He said he needs to get a certificate, but doesn't want to. Yeah, it was a good place, that first one. 3-bedroom, pretty big, a little bit old. I was thinking about it. No air conditioning. So that was the problem there. No air conditioning. And the place I want to live in Boston, the parking is a fucking problem. So there's no overnight street parking. So you have to get a parking space. And obviously, all the landlords have figured that out. So they charge you on top of rent for the parking spot. And it's anywhere between $150 a month to $250 a month. But you have to hire a car park. So on top of that, you're looking at fucking an extra like $200 for a park. That first place I looked at was $3,900 and a month. And my plan was to get him down to like $3,300. But he's like, you're the third guy I've seen today, so I didn't even bother. It wasn't that good a place. I liked the guy. I had a chat to him for like 45 minutes, just about life and shit. So I went there, then I went to another one. I'm not going through every single one, but the next 3, there was something fucked with all of them. They were either too small. There was something great about all of them, and there was something completely fucked about all of them. Like one of them was a modern place that backed out onto this big park. It was cool. Everything was great, except it was like down in a basement with no fucking natural light. Another one was like a 2-story, 3-bedroom, pretty decent modern apartment, except one of the bedrooms is like a hallway and not an actual bedroom. So you have to walk through the bedroom to get to another bedroom. But then it had a huge deck on top. And then this other one, I saw another one that was great, except it was fucking expensive. And I get there, it's advertised as $4,000. Not that I want to pay $4,000. I don't want to pay $4,000. I'm just thinking I'm going to fucking try and bargain them down, like right down, because you can do it a little bit at the moment. It's pretty slow. So you can get them down if you can negotiate. So I get into this guy's house, and this one was by far the best. I get into his house, and he's like, I'm looking for $4,500. And I'm like, it's advertised $4,000. He's like, yeah, but my mortgage is $4,500. And I'm like, what the fuck has that got to do with me? He's like, well, this place normally goes for like $5,000, $5,500, and $4,500 is my mortgage. I don't want to have to spend any extra money. It was actually his house. I don't want to have to be out of pocket at the end of the month, so I'm looking for $4,500. And I'm like, yeah, you can look for whatever the fuck you want. You're not getting $4,500. That's why I'm here. I'm here for $4,000. He's like, can we work on this? Can we negotiate? I'm like, no, we can't. And he's like, well, do you reckon we can just do the lease until June the 1st? Because apparently medical students from all around the world come to Boston on June the 1st. So he wants a short lease to kick me out on June 1st so he can get some rich medical students in to pay his $4,500. And I'm like, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not paying $4,500 and I'm not moving out after like 9 months. Why would I do that? And he's like, all right, let's see how it goes. Put in the application. I'm like, look, I can maybe pay like 4 months. 4 months in advance or whatever. He's like, I don't even know if that's legal. I'm like, all right, fucking whatever. Fuck this. And then I'm sort of feeling dejected because every place has some sort of defect. And I know that about Boston now. Everything's a fucking trade off. Nothing is perfect here. There's no fucking utopia here. No one even dreams of it. You're going to get fucked somehow. You're just trying to get the least fucking. So I'm a little bit dejected, and then a lady sends me a fucking email at like 6:30 p.m. and I'm like, well, I'm in the area. I'll go see the house. I can't even remember what fucking place it is. So I meet her there, and this lady, an old Boston lady, like proper full accent. She's got to be like 70 or something. So fucking funny, so fucking nice. Shows me into this apartment, and it's big and it's old, but it's in a real fucking prime location, and it's been renovated. She goes to turn on the lights, and there's no lights. Apparently back in the 60s or whatever, they didn't bother putting lights in. Everyone was using lava lamps, so they didn't put lights. So the place has no lights, but that's not that bad. You can just put a fucking lamp in. But you know what I mean? Nothing's perfect. So there's no lights. And I'm looking around the joint and I'm like, no, I like this. It's big. There's 3 bedrooms. The bedrooms are big. The bathroom's pretty nice. The kitchen is modern. Well, it's been done. It's not that modern, but it's nice. You got a fridge in there. You got the washer dryer. And you get a car park with the fucking unit. No extra. Only problem is no lights and no air conditioning. And it's gas heating on those wall boards or whatever the fuck it is. So there's heating everywhere, but I feel like you might have to crank it right up to get the heat that you want. Anyway, I stay and I speak to this lady for like, it would have been an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. We were just chatting and laughing, and it was just great. We were just getting to know each other, and she told me a load about the landlord and the last tenants and all about Boston and what's going on, and it was great. And then I got to know her a little bit, and I was like, listen, I will take this place, but is there any chance you can knock 200 off the top? If you could get down $200, I'd take it off you tomorrow and move in Saturday. She's like, I don't know if I can do 200. She's like, I can drop 100. I could do that without even calling anyone, but the 200, I'd have to call my boss. I have to call the landlord. I'm like, if you can do it, I'll move in. I'd be very happy to move into this place. And so she's working on it. I'll hear back from her tomorrow morning to see how it's all going. But I think this is the place. Prime location. There's a great school, about 2-minute walk. There's a train line that takes the misso into her work in downtown, about 20 minutes. Got the park. This area has like a bunch of bars, a bunch of restaurants and food outlets, and like it's a prime location. I love the location. It's a walkie location. You can just walk and talk and look and whatever the other word is. I don't give a fuck. But that was it. That was my fucking day. So I'm looking to hear from this lady tomorrow morning. And if she gives it the all clear, I'm just taking this thing and I'm just going to fucking load up. I think this is the place. There is some defaults to it, but look, I'm beyond dreaming of utopia. So anyway, let's see what happens tomorrow. That'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.